felt like that you're working very hard but not truly stepping into your full leadership potential? Maybe you're managing your team very well, you're making decisions, and you're hitting your targets, but something still feels very off. The best leaders are not just the ones who are working very hard, but they are the ones who unlock their full potential first. We often meet some people and wonder what sets this person as a leader or head of the department from rest of the crowd. Is it their charisma or their vision or their strategic thinking? While these traits are very, very important, there's something more fundamental that separates the best leaders from the rest of the crowd. It's their ability to inspire, motivate, and empower others to achieve greater good. If you're ready to level up, stay tuned with me till the end of this episode, as I'm going to be sharing with you 3 powerful hacks that can transform the way you lead and influence people around you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, You with Sonia on Thinking Thursdays. Grab your cups of coffee and let's start with the episode. But before that, hit the subscribe button if you've still not subscribed to my channel, and of course turn on your notification bell if you like, as every Thursday I bring meaningful episodes that in some way transform your personal and your professional life. So let's get started. Hack number 1, lead with a human touch. Human touch is a superpower that can help you build trust, foster open communication, and create a sense of safety within your team. What happens when you lead with a human touch? You start sharing your fears, your doubts, and your uncertainties with your team members. You start admitting when you don't know something, and you start showing empathy and compassion towards your other team members. You start creating a culture of psychological safety, openness, and empathy within the company as well. Being a leader is not just about authority, it's about connection that you build with your team members. So when people feel valued, they start performing much better. Let me give you an example. Say a manager notices a team member who's struggling with deadlines. Now, instead of just assigning more work, they sit down with the team member, try to understand what the challenges the person is facing, and then offer support, whether it's adjusting their priorities or providing some mentorship or providing some resources that were missing. Let me give you another example. Say a CEO regularly interacts with the employees at all levels, remembering their names and checking in on their well-being from time to time. This will lead to building loyalty and trust, making the workplace even more inclusive. During any kind of a crisis situation, instead of focusing only on damage control, a leader should acknowledge the team efforts also, should start communicating very, very transparently, and reassure the employees that they are valued beyond just their performance sometimes. Yeah. Coming to my hack number 2, which is focus on the outcomes and not just the activities. As a leader, I know it's easy to get caught up in managing your tasks and your day-to-day activities. However, this can lead to micromanaging and a lack of autonomy for your team. Instead, you should focus on the outcomes. Like, clearly define the desired output that you want, give the person the freedom to achieve those outcomes, provide them with the necessary resources and the support, and measure the progress so that you're able to adjust the course as and when needed. Being busy does not always mean that you are being effective. So great leaders, they ensure that every effort of their team member aligns with a bigger picture. So instead of tracking the number of hours your team member is working, a leader will always set clear goals for the week and empower their team members to achieve it the way they would like it. Whether they want to work 8 hours, 10 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, doesn't matter as long as they are producing results, as long as their productivity levels are not coming down. And by all of this, you're also fostering a sense of ownership and accountability within your team members too. Say if you're heading a sales team, rather than measuring the number of calls your salespeople are making, a leader should evaluate the quality of conversations and conversion rates, focusing on the actual business impact. A project manager, on the other hand, can shift the focus from how many meetings did we we have to what were the decisions that we made in those meetings to ensure that the time was spent more effectively. By focusing on the outcomes, you'll create a culture of accountability, you'll empower your teams, and you'll also see a very results driven performance from your own team members. And that will actually not just surprise you, but will also surprise the team members that they really performed very well. Coming to hack number 3, which is practice self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize your own strengths, your own weaknesses. What are your values? How do you react if you're too emotional? What are your emotions when you're at work? So as a leader, being self-aware is very, very important. So if you want to be a good and an effective leader, then you should recognize what are your own biases and assumptions. Understand how your emotions impact your decision making. Start developing a very growth mindset and be open to feedback, even if the feedback is coming from your own team. And always lead with intention and purpose. See, great leaders don't just manage other people, they manage themselves first. Understanding your own strengths, weaknesses, and emotions is the key to effective leadership. So, for example, if a leader receives a negative feedback from some of their team members, instead of reacting very defensively, they reflect on it, that why this happened, why the other person thinks that way about you. So, and then you start seeking for some clarifications from the same team members, and you take steps to improve maybe your communication style, maybe your behavior, maybe your mood, maybe your pitch, your tone, whatever is the feedback that you've received. See, mostly leaders tend to micromanage their team members. So to change this, you should start delegating your tasks, allowing your team to also grow while focusing on some strategic decisions. This is very, very important. So if you're a leader and if you realize that, your mood swings or you're facing burnout and you realize that, your decision making gets affected if you're under stress or, your emotional balance is not there and it's affecting your decision making, then you should practice mindfulness. You should start, taking up some coaching, start writing down what happened which affected your decision making, so that you will gain clarity and you'll try to bring a little balance into your life. See, by practicing self-awareness, you'll become more effective, more empathetic, and also an intentional leader. There you have it now. 3 hacks to help you unlock your full potential as a leader. See, by leading with a human touch, focusing on outcomes, and practicing self-awareness, you will be able to inspire, motivate, and empower other people to achieve greatness. Leadership is not just about what you do, but it's about how you do it. So which hack will you start with today? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with all your friends and colleagues. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.